Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you've been free your whole life but never actually knew it. Free to see things clearly, free to stop reacting automatically, free to live without the constant tug of anxiety that says, something's missing. The Buddha called this kind of freedom nirvana, not a mystical realm or a place in the clouds, but a state of clarity within the human mind. And the path to that freedom wasn't hidden or reserved for saints. It was practical, concrete, psychological. He called it the Noble Eightfold Path, the blueprint for ending suffering and discovering a life of balance, clarity, and peace. But here's what most people miss. This path isn't a religion, it's a system, one that transforms the way you think, speak, and act. It's not about obeying rules, it's about understanding how your mind creates its own cage and learning how to walk out of it. Every structure needs a foundation. For the Buddha, that foundation was wisdom, seeing clearly before doing anything at all. This is where the path begins. 1. Right view, and 2. Right intention. Right view is not about believing something because someone said it's true. It's about seeing reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. In practice, it means understanding the Four Noble Truths, that suffering exists, that it arises from craving and ignorance, that it can end, and that there's a path leading to that end. Right view doesn't demand blind faith. It demands honesty. It's the courage to say, maybe I don't see the full picture, and the curiosity to find out what's true beyond your assumptions. Then comes right intention, the heart behind your actions. It's choosing to live with kindness, compassion, and the intention to let go rather than to control. Modern psychology calls this motivational alignment. The Buddha called it purification of the mind, because the truth is, your intentions shape your reality long before your actions ever do. If your mind is filled with fear, everything looks like a threat. But if your mind is grounded in compassion, everything becomes workable. The next 3 parts of the path deal with how we live in the world. These are the ethical dimensions of freedom. 3. Right speech. 4. Right action. 5. Right livelihood. Ethics in Buddhism isn't about moral superiority. It's about psychological hygiene. Right speech means speaking truthfully, kindly, and purposefully. The Buddha warned that words can either heal or harm more deeply than any weapon. Every lie, gossip, or harsh comment plants seeds of agitation in the mind, not just for others, but for you. So right speech isn't a commandment, it's protection. When your words align with truth and compassion, your mind becomes clear and peaceful. Right action is living in a way that causes no harm. It means refraining from violence, theft, and exploitation. But it's deeper than morality. It's the understanding that every act is a mirror. If you plant seeds of cruelty, you harvest suffering. If you plant seeds of kindness, peace naturally follows. And then there's right livelihood, earning a living in a way that supports rather than poisons your integrity. It doesn't mean quitting your job to live in a monastery. It means making sure your work doesn't harm others or betray your own values. In today's world, that might mean asking, does my job align with who I want to be? Does it help me grow in compassion or in greed? Because the truth is, how you make your living becomes how you live your life. Once the foundation of wisdom and ethics is set, the Buddha turned to the mind itself, the root of all suffering and freedom alike. This is the 3rd group of the path, mental discipline. 6. Right effort. 7. Right mindfulness. 8. Right concentration. Right effort is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean grinding harder or forcing positivity. It means cultivating the right kind of energy, gentle persistence. The Buddha said there are 4 right efforts: to prevent unwholesome states from arising, to abandon them when they do, to cultivate wholesome states, and to maintain them once they've arisen. In modern terms, protect your peace like it's sacred. When anger or greed show up, don't feed them. When kindness or clarity appear, nourish them. Then there's right mindfulness, perhaps the most famous of the 8 steps. It's not just meditation, it's awareness itself. Mindfulness means paying attention on purpose, without judgment, to what's happening right now. In the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha described 4 foundations of mindfulness: body, feelings, mind, and mental objects. When you observe these clearly without clinging or aversion, you begin to see the impermanence of all things, and that realization breaks the chain of craving. And finally, right concentration, the unification of the mind. It's the ability to focus deeply, to dwell in inner stillness without distraction. The Buddha compared it to a candle flame in a windless room, unmoving, steady, illuminating. Through meditation, concentration deepens into states of calm called jhanas. But even these are not the final goal. They're tools, a microscope through which the nature of the mind becomes visible. When concentration and mindfulness work together, the mind becomes still enough to see reality directly, and that S where wisdom transforms into liberation. Here's the key insight. The Noble Eightfold Path isn't 8 steps to complete in order. It's 8 dimensions of one integrated life. Right view informs right intention. Right intention shapes speech, action, and livelihood. Those ethical habits strengthen effort, mindfulness, and concentration. And those mental qualities deepen your wisdom, completing the circle. It's like tuning a musical instrument. If one string is too tight, it snaps. If too loose, it cannot play. The middle way, the balance between discipline and ease, is what keeps the whole symphony in harmony. In the end, the Eightfold Path isn't a moral checklist. It's a feedback loop, a living, breathing process that transforms confusion into clarity. The more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. The clearer it becomes, the easier it is to walk. Freedom isn't something you achieve at the finish line. It's revealed in each step when you walk it with awareness. The Buddha once said, "Just as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt, so too, my teaching has one taste, the taste of freedom." The Eightfold Path is that ocean. Its taste is not theoretical, it's experiential. Right view is the wisdom to see clearly. Right intention is the heart that chooses compassion. Right speech, action, and livelihood are the hands that shape a kind world. Right effort, mindfulness, and concentration are the mind learning how to be still. Each step is a mirror reflecting who you already are beneath the noise. You don't need to become someone new. You need only remove what blocks your natural clarity. So as you move through your day, in work, in relationships, in stillness, remember this. Freedom isn't found in escaping life. It's found in seeing it, living it, and walking through it with eyes wide open. The Eightfold Path isn't an escape from the human condition. It's how you master it. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video. It really helps others discover the wisdom of these teachings. Subscribe for more episodes in the Buddhism Explained series, where we explore timeless philosophy for the modern world. And share your reflections in the comments. Which step of the Eightfold Path feels most relevant to your life right now? Your insight might help someone else begin their journey toward freedom.